Hi, I wanted to take a few minutes to kind of go over our new platform. Things run a lot faster on here. The searches, search results, data pins, everything seems to work a lot smoother and a lot faster. We've added a couple of features which I'm excited to show to you, especially on our advanced search box. But everything else, functionality wise, we still have everything on here that we had before. It just looks a little bit different. The feedback for new people so far has been that this is very clean and easy to use. So I'm hoping that you'll really like this. So I'm just going to jump right on in and show you the things that you're currently using, and that way, if you want to jump on the site yourself, you'll know how to easily jump in here and start utilizing the search bar and everything else like you have been doing in the past without any stumbling around. So this is the first of many that I'll be sending out. This is just an overview to show you what each feature looks like, and then I will do more in-depth training videos later for anybody who needs a refresher on how to use these features, whether it was on the old site or the new site. I will dig into that as well. So right off the bat, this is the news page. So you can, instead of scrolling down to get to the next topic like you did on the old site, you can now click to scroll through those new news pieces here and read the article and whatnot. It works the same way, clicking on the company to get to that company page in our database. We do have the navigation bar across the top, so you can kind of see quickly where we're at on things and what the news pieces are for you. The news setup still looks the same, so you click on that to add the parameters around your customized news piece. So all of the news, if you wanted to look for just funding, you just want to watch that come across your emails every day for maybe companies that fall within a certain industry, you can now, it's still the same as it was before, but you can add that customization here, and it just looks a little bit different, but it still functions the same way. So from the news, I will take you over the triggers. That does look a little bit different, and we made it a little bit easier to set up those triggers. So again, you'll be able to scroll through here. This is much easier to scroll through and take a look at additional searches or triggers that you have set up. So you'll be able to scroll through that and click on that result to see those results now. So with that, I will click on trigger setup because it did change just slightly. So I always was going to step 3 to start people out on these trigger setups, but now you can go right to step 2 and say, you know what, I'm definitely interested in that funding piece. Any round, any dollar amount, spending it on. If you were just wanting those companies looking to spend on technology, you can add a keyword to that. Now you'll know that it's a funding tech piece. Auto download new contacts, yes please, into a spreadsheet, send it to me in an email. If that company has received funding, they're spending it on technology, let me know who the CEO, the chief executive person is with an email and hit save. So it is a lot easier to set up these triggers. It just is made in a much better order to work with your flow there. So that is still the same, nothing new added there. I'm going to go right into the search. So if you come into your first screen, click on search to start those searches. We do have different ways to do it. I like to start, of course, with a company. You know, how many companies are you looking for? What industry? Employee size? Revenue filter? Do I need to turn on my suppression list? Any type of news piece for that? Currently hiring? The software. So you can see everything is still available in here for company criteria. One thing we've added is this real-time total. So every time I do something different in here, maybe I'm looking for all Toyota companies dealing with Toyota. So I type in the keyword, it now totals me up to 1,000. So I know how many companies I'm looking at in the database without having to hit search and wait for it to pull up on the screen. So now I know I'm dealing with that 1,000 companies. Now I go to the people search, which brings over the company information, and now it's looking at a people result. So based on the industry in Toyota, it's bringing up 27,000 people. Well, now I can put in what title of person am I looking at these type of companies. Let's say it's marketing. Before, you have to put in CMO, chief marketing, DIR marketing, director of marketing, every combination of title you could think of to get at a certain level of marketing person, you would have to enter into the old platform. But the new platform, we have employee level built in. So now you can put something generic like marketing or maybe sales, anything like that, and put in the level you're looking for: executive level, VP level, director level, and let's say manager level. So now it's totaling up the people based on those levels that I've put in. And again, I can then say, make sure my suppression filter's on, maybe my exports. It's looking at those people that I've exported before and keeping them from showing up, as well as, verified email is definitely one that you'll probably want to use. So verified email, and everything that we had before. So if I decide that out of those 76 people, I only want those people that are at a company that's headquartered in my region, my state, whatever it might be. Our new default now for country is United States instead of all places. So everything we had in that drop down. So now it'll default to United States, but I could pick Canada, UK, Australia, or Ireland if I want to choose that instead. But again, everything has still remained the same. So I like to do the company first. If anybody has sat on a training session with me, that's typically where I go. Company search first, just to see how many companies I'm digging into, and then go to the people search, which then brings over the company information and allows you to put in that people information. If you're somebody who likes all criteria in your face right from the beginning, all filters is the way to go. So when you come into the search box, just click on all filters and then you're off and running. Enter those company criteria, enter those people criteria. It'll start totaling it for you real time up here in the left-hand corner. So I just wanted to go over that search box because I know that's probably one of the most important things on our site that most people use. So check out the search box, play with that employee level. I think that's going to save a lot of people a lot of time. So the other thing you can do is our quick search. So I'm going to take you back to the news page. So you'll see what it looks like when you click in the quick search. So remember, we have the search bar over here, but now it's in the center. That is for you to be able to quickly search for a company that you're researching. If you put in the URL, it's going to come up with an exact match if we have one in our database. So I can click on FactSet. It will then populate in a new tab for me so that I can see everything about FactSet, employee, maybe the news for FactSet, currently hiring, employees, and scroll through these individuals to see who I would like, or maybe just look for all executives at this company. So it'll sort the department by executives for me. And then I can, add people to my cart. Or the other part that's kind of changed, if I look at this arrow down key, I can push to Salesforce, download that person now, or add to the cart so I can aggregate my own list, or I can hit download now into a CSV file. So nothing really has changed in this part. Just it looks a little different. I find it easier to read. So my searches, again, that's the same thing. So it is going to it's the same thing as the saved searches. So anytime I want to rerun a search that I have already saved, I can click on that and it will take me to the search criteria page so I can see how many results there are. And so there's 15,000. I can hit modify my search and add additional things to it, remove additional things to it, whatever I need to do in order to change that search if I'm looking to do that. So those are your saved searches. This little action key, if you hit that, it will download the additional options that we used to have up at the top. So the download bot, data append, suppression list, track star. So if you want to do that data append, click on data append, it'll take you to what looks exactly the same as it did before. So you have your company match. Nothing has changed functionality wise for that. Employee match, nothing has changed functionality for that. Get employees. If you scroll to the bottom, a couple of things have been added, which I find so good for this. So before you would be subjected to just putting in a title and a type of email and then upload your CSV file. Now you can type in that generic title again, because you don't want to type 5 million different titles in here to get different levels of marketing. Instead, we've got the title and the level here. So you can choose marketing in that executive level only and say, just give me verified emails. But make sure not to give me people I have already exported before. So we have added the exported filter and the suppression filter. So I'm still looking for those marketing people at these companies, but make sure if they're on a suppression or they're on my exports, I don't want to see them on that spreadsheet. So, so we give you that additional option here. So everything is still the same functionality wise, but we give you additional options in the criteria when you're filling out step 1 and step 2. So those are the additional things here. Nothing really has changed. The cart still looks the same. So if you do aggregate a list, you can come up here and see all that you've put in here and download them now. So you can download that spreadsheet. Every My Account settings is under your name at the top. We've kind of changed things a little bit in here. So your account settings are here. So if you click on account settings, it looks a little blocky, a little different, so that you can see the basic info, details, updated password. It's all the same options here. The only thing that I would say was different was the customize action button. So, so when you see in your list of results and you click download and it has unlock now, download now, add to cart, push to Salesforce, you can choose the one that you want to see predominantly in that and customize that for yourself. Everything else is the same. You can also do the customize my downloads. Customize this one is the search download filtering. So if you're somebody who puts together that suppression list and you want to make sure it's on globally, so every time you open up that search box, if you want the My List to be applied for suppression, you can choose to turn that on. Also the My Exports, if you want that on every time you open that search box, go ahead and apply that. The country, again, is automatically now United States, but if you're somebody who does not focus on United States headquarter locations, but rather Canada or UK, you can change that customized setting in here under your settings. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. Everything else is, again, the same. So you have your Get Chrome plugin, same thing as before. Nothing works differently there. And then I think that is it. That's all that's changed. This is just a quick overview to show you that, you know, the features and functionality that you love in the regular app is available on this new platform. It's a lot, I feel like it's a lot easier and cleaner to use. And the search, the search box, hands down, with that levels, I think is totally worth the switch right now. So if you're interested in switching over your accounts to the new platform now, I can certainly oblige. And if you want to set up team training, we can definitely do that. So this is just meant to get you used to it. And if you have questions, reach out to me. If you want to set up that training session and switch everybody over, I'm more than happy to do that as well. I look forward to talking to you guys later. Thanks so much.